Francis Ngannou calls out Tyson Fury. Out of all the call-outs and beefs going on in this combat sport industry, this seems to be the most interesting one. Two heavyweight legends going head-to-head would seriously be an interesting matchup. We all know Tyson Fury is a two-time world champion legendary boxer. So we wonder, will Francis Ngannou stand a chance? First, we gotta figure out where this event will be taking place. Will it happen in a boxing ring or a UFC octagon? It appears Francis Ngannou doesn't even care if it's in a phone booth, according to his viral tweet. Thanks for tuning into this video. For more videos like this one, be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and comment keyword CHAMP to enter a chance at winning our brand new iPhone 13 giveaway. This morning, on January 5th of 2022, Tyson Fury seems to have woken up on the wrong side of the bed. He wrote a tweet aimed towards Francis Ngannou saying, "You want to come into my world, calling me a wilder out to a boxing match? What I can guarantee, you would be knocked out and also paid your highest purse to be so. So have a think." Now, we must admit, Tyson Fury isn't wrong about some things. If Francis was to get into a ring with Tyson, it would be the biggest check he's been paid yet. But would Francis want to risk his deal with the UFC for that check? It seems he hasn't had enough time to think clearly about it yet. Literally 6 minutes after Tyson tweeted him, he responded, saying, "After I handle business on January 22nd, I'll fight you under any special rule set you want. In a ring, a octagon, or a phone booth." It's obvious that Francis doesn't feel threatened about the situation, which proves that if this fight was to actually happen, Francis would do his thing. But before any of this can even happen, Francis must first beat a very tough opponent on January 22nd at UFC 270, Cyril GANE. This heavyweight matchup will be a very tough fight for both guys. Cyril is one of the greatest heavyweight fighters in the UFC, and Francis has a tough challenge ahead of him before he can even think about getting into a ring with the boxing legend Tyson Fury. Cyril GANE is currently 10-0. It is true that Francis Ngannou has had more fights than him, which means he has more experience. Francis's record is 16-3-0. Francis obviously has the upper hand in his fight on January 22nd. But we have been proven that the upper hand may not always end up with the winner title. So I think it's important that Francis keeps his eyes on what's in front of him, which is the man himself, Cyril GANE. Maybe this Tyson Fury call-out isn't the best thing for Francis's mindset, especially being so close to his fight. As fans of these combat sports, we got a lot of interesting things coming up, and I'm excited to see how things play out. Comment down below if you think Francis Ngannou will end up in a ring with Tyson Fury. Let us know what you think about this sticky situation. Ngannou was born and raised in the village of Beiti, Cameroon. He lived in poverty and had little formal education growing up. Ngannou's parents divorced when he was 6 years old, and he was sent to live with his aunt. At 10 years old, Ngannou started working in a sand quarry because of lack of funds. As a youngster, he was approached by several gangs in his village to join them. However, Ngannou refused and instead decided to use his father's negative reputation as a street fighter as motivation to do something positive and pursue boxing. At the age of 22, Ngannou began training in boxing, despite the initial reluctance of his family. After training for a year, Ngannou stopped training due to an illness. He did various odd jobs to make ends meet until the age of 26. He decided to head to Paris, France, to pursue his professional boxing career. However, upon reaching Europe, he was jailed for 2 months in Spain for illegally crossing the border. After Ngannou reached Paris, he had no money, no friends, and no place to live. After some time of living homeless on the streets of Paris, he met a man named Fernand Lopez. Being a fan of Mike Tyson, Ngannou was originally interested in learning how to box, but Lopez saw his potential in MMA and convinced him to try MMA instead. Lopez gave Ngannou some MMA gear and allowed him to train and sleep in the gym that he was coaching at for no cost. This started Ngannou's MMA career. Although Francis Ngannou found his career being in MMA, he was originally a boxer at heart. Growing up, he watched Mike Tyson fight and always wanted to be like him. Well, Ngannou achieved becoming the heavyweight world champion of the UFC. I believe that was a huge accomplishment for him, especially considering his upbringing and what everyone from his town expected him to be. Ngannou also got a chance to sit and talk to the living legend himself, Mike Tyson. Francis Ngannou's dreams have become a reality, and he continues on his path. I wonder if Ngannou will go back to his old roots and end up in the boxing ring. I guess only time will tell. For more videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to our channel. See you next time.